Hello and welcome to the channel. This is the final stage of the logs. Well, it's not the final stage. I mean, I've got tons more to do, but these, that's the sort of. Oh God, it's icy today. Everything's so slippy. These ones there. Got 5 boxes more of it. We're going to sort them out right now. Everything's going to slide. Wow. Everything's slippy, so we're going to sort them out, and then I'm going to move on to some other activity, so that's most of them already that they'll dry. So raise your right hand. Are you going to join the circus? Yeah. Right, I'll show you I've been perfecting my juggling skills. So watch this. So. Right, okay, I'll try that again. So start off with one. Right, okay, we'll give up on that one. Right, stop messing about. This is a very serious video. This is a serious educational video. Right, so we'll get this done and then we're going to have breakfast. I've been oversharing again. Oversharing is an Aspie thing. It's because, well, ADHD as well. So there is a time in life, and this time has come, where one needs to remember about one's disorders. Right? So ordinarily in life you don't need to, right? So you just get along with life, everything's fine. But because I'm being attacked, the disorders need to come out. Right? So I think that's all fair in love and war, you know. So it's not my fault people don't listen, you know. Or they don't take heed, but they think they know better, and they just keep on ploughing on with their modus operandi. So we're all sort of damaged, I suppose, when you think about it. But so basically, got to try and do good. Try and do good in the world. Get a bit closer to the actual. So, try and do good. Try not to go down negative wormholes. So negative people can drag you down negative wormholes. That's a fact. You know. Where's your chisel and hammer, Merham? This is a weird shaped one, this. Jesus. How am I going to do this? It's got a twist in it. Won't even reach it. So I've it's not even staying on a weird shape. Yeah. Oh, it's going though. Just that it's not staying on the wood. I mean, it's all best if we can all get along, isn't it? But you don't always get that, do you? Well, I find, like, so that's. I'm going to start oversharing here, but generally, because of my. It's not a well, maybe it is a lifestyle. Women don't like it. They don't like to see MD being free from. I mean, not all. Some of them don't care. Not all women, but there's some who don't like to see men being free. So this is what a lot of it's subtle. It's not subtle, it's blatant. I mean, blatant discrimination you get. Wow, that's splitting. So my sort of New Year resolution is to get on with things and enjoy life, do positive things. God, this is right. It's a bit, because it's got all these branches coming out of it. It's tricky to split it. So I really must try and remain positive. You know, I think you should be able to take piss out of people. You know, I think, but therein lies the problem, that they can't take it. I've met people like that over the years, yeah. It's because you think you're pals with them, but you're no, actually. You know. One thing I've noticed about this is it's squinted over that way. Why is that? Is this thing hidden bent back or something? See that? Because I did catch my finger on that yesterday when I was pulling down on it. Yeah, so basically a well-adjusted person will allow you to rip the piss out of them. You know, they'll allow that. Unless they're guarding their ego too much. And it could be it's inappropriate. You know. Could be it's inappropriate. I'm finding it difficult to be truthful about a situation I'm going through and not being seen to be part of some kind of it's difficult to stay the better person, isn't it? But to be objective and to be truthful about a timeline of events, but without venturing into spiteful behaviour. That's what I'm talking about. You know, can be very disruptive. Can't even get this one there. That smells fantastic. Some of them do smell really good. They do smell really good, some of them. Trying to remain positive. It's not always easy. But I'm feeling nice and sober. haven't been for a pint for 3 weeks. I'm planning on going to Wetherspoons sometime soon. Because I would like to. Generally, January is a light, well, is a month of holiday, I suppose. Very strange shape, that one. I think we'll just have to put that in the way it is. Yes, yeah. Right. Yes. Ooh. need to get a cover over all that. Do you know you're actually sitting on my tubs? Can I have them? Can you not just go up in the wall? And I can use them tubs. Can I? I'll let you off for now, I'll just use these ones for now. So one thing about Asperger's is autism is obsessive behaviour, which is ironic. Because, yes, why is that ironic? Well, because, yeah, it's weird. You just gotta like kinda accept it. So, it's sort of accepted. And you have to sort of operate with what you've got. So it comes with advantages and disadvantages. You know, I was trying to pretend that I wasn't on, I wasn't on the spectrum. I was trying to pretend that, and then I found that people are attacking me. There is somebody attacking me, yeah. So that's why I've got to sort of remember about that diagnosis, if you like, in order to protect myself throughout the conflict, which is what it is. To them it won't be a conflict, it'll just be business as usual, obviously because they don't understand, or I haven't got the understanding to realise what they're doing. Obviously if they did, they wouldn't do it. Well, they don't care, it's narcissism, which is why people, that's also a disorder in its own right. I'll have to go and get my hammer. What did I do with my hammer? I think I might just, you really want to do this to this one, why don't you just leave it the way it is? It'll go in the fire like that. Won't it? It'll fit! It'll fit like that. Doesn't spend too much time. It is wonderful, you have got, you don't just sit that back and take it, you know? Don't ever do that. I think the issue with the videoing is it's modern, it's not new, but I mean videoing and phones and things is something that we have, that we did have before, but not to the same convenience. And the rules around that are a bit, I would say, they've got to be a bit vague, haven't they? I mean, the etiquette. So what I kind of thought was, right, I've decided that I'm not going to do any in the pub, right? Because I have done in the past. It's a no-go zone. But when I was in Wetherspoons at the Carrickstone, I was fascinated by the characters that were there. So I'm thinking about people from an artistic perspective. I want to do the portraits, and I see the characters, you know. So it's not that you might think I'm being overtly nosy or invading somebody's privacy, when actually I'm looking at it from a sort of artistic perspective, you know. And I think like that all the time. Because I got told that. Niall Campbell said, I am an artist. And it's like you don't choose it, but he said, I am. So you don't really choose that, it's just the way you are. So that would be my explanation for, but that said, you are invading people's privacy. You know, so basically you're trying to capture humanity. So you can't, like, the reason you're not saying, do you mind if I take your picture? It's because that's ruined the moment, you know. That's not what we want to do. Well, that's not what I want to do. That's why I don't like these traditional type pictures. I went to visit my uncle years ago and, oh come on, we'll stand. Well, that's another overt kind of stand in front of the greenhouse and, you know, like this, and it was all that was like a military type thing. So it's like dull people who are not, they're not artists. That's you being condescending. They're not dull. They just don't. They haven't been to art college like you have. So basically, that's why I won't really. I don't want to be. Oh, come and stand here. You know. I find that is that what this is all about then? This problem I'm having. Is it about It is. I don't need to say. Is this what it's all about? I know that's what it's all about. It's about conforming and regimentation. And yet, so like basically, if you had any brains, like if these people had any brains, they'd realise that I am an artist and I think differently to them, and therefore things are going to be different. So it's not really your choice in life. You can't choose who lives. You can't choose who moves in next door to you, or if you live in a flat, or you can't choose. It's not your decision unless you've got enough money to buy every property in a village or something. You know, so unless you're that well off, you can go, right, I'll buy this, and this, and I can control it all. That's externalisation. That's what we're talking about again. Externalisation. So, unfortunately for them, you have to recognise that you do not control everything. Do not control. You can try, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to control everything. When they can't even control their own shit. That's a common problem. People who want to save the world and stuff, they maybe believe that being communist stuff. I'm not actually sure. I don't think they do actually. I don't think they've got an intelligence to really analyse the ins and outs of it all. I think they'll just go along with it because they've been told to. Or I mean, that's back to what media. You know, what media do you use? You know, that's got a lot to do with it. So you're sort of following what you're told. Whereas I'm not like that. Well, maybe I'm like that. I'm not like it as much as they are. So I'm also obsessive as well. Hence the Asperger's autism diagnosis. So obsessive, which is how I can create art. So that's positive. My finger's trapped. I mean, do you want to split that again? Split it down again? Or just leave it the way it is? Well, we've split it down again, haven't we? Oh, God. So I don't know if I'm vulnerable. I suppose I am a wee bit. Everybody is to some extent. We've always got something to, you know, like this. Do you know what this is called? Looking over your shoulder. Do I have to look over my shoulder? I don't know. I think so. Not really. Not too bad. Yeah. Well, I suppose maybe. We're not too worried about it. when the laws are getting really tight, that driving is becoming really hazardous. You know, your car's illegal. You know, you can't go here, you can't go there. Speed cameras. I mean, that's a scam. You know about safety. Some dumb woman in the earth was on about wanting to put the roads back to the children. So this is stupid. So it's like, oh, you want the children to play in the roads? So it's like a green communist thing. So it's like, take the cars away from the roads. So she's sitting there in her detached house in the earth, right? And she wants to, so she's campaigning for 20 zones. So she gives them, but her husband works. They're high up they're high up the. They're well off. They're very well off. However, they don't have any children. It's bad. It's not good if you don't have children. So yes, how do you measure wealth? You measure it in wealth, as in big house, electric cars, all of that, or do you measure it in how many children you got? So she's a dead entity, this woman, genetically dead. I don't know why. Did they choose not to have children? I don't know, right? But they didn't, right? They haven't got children, so she wants the roads freed up for children to play in. I mean, that is fundamentally stupid, right? So she'll be the first person that goes on a computer and orders something. So how does that item get from wherever it was manufactured, well, China, to her house? How does it get there? Well, maybe they'll all start using drones. Pathetic though. So she doesn't recognise that the roads need to be there for the parents of the children to actually earn a living. But because she doesn't have children, she's not a parent, and everything's handed to her. This is the type of stupidity we're up against. Unfortunately. And I did my bit, my very best. I'm a genetic dead end as well, at the moment. Well, for the rest of my life. But I did have 5 children. And grandchildren that I don't get to see because my ex doesn't want me involved with them, and fought to keep me away from them. But she also fought to keep me away from her children. In some respects, maybe she had a point, you know, because my life wasn't going very well. But I think it's been discriminatory, yeah. Definitely been discriminated against. Back to stuff we were talking about earlier. Yeah, definitely been discriminated against. So I would like to, but you've got to, before you start getting into things like that, you've got to think about the emotional pain. And to be quite honest, it's just not worth it. Well, they have been after money actually. It's the only time they ever contacted me was to get money, or to ask where the money was. So basically, because I wasn't competent, or I wasn't producing the goods, all I really boiled down to for them was somebody who should give them money. Yes, it's true. It was a case of so that thing about if you've got, when you create children with somebody, it's through thick and thin. Thick and thin. So good luck to them. That's all I can say. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. So like my son seems doing really well actually. The eldest one. He seems to be doing really well, so good luck to him. Good luck! Good luck, good luck, good luck. He's got a very pretty wife and a job. 4 circles. Four circles. He's got 4 circles. And a house that is worth over 200 wheelie bins. So I'm going to be working on that this year, about stopping to be pathetic capitalist and think about the meaning of life and how these arbitrary figures mean nothing. They mean nothing. So what? So what? Who cares? Who cares how much your house is worth? Pathetic. It's pathetic. It really is. That should have been the other way. I should have done it that way. I can see that, oh well, it's cracking. It is cracking. So if anybody comes complaining about the noise, it is about, it's nearly 12 o'clock. Somebody comes there getting videoed. I think people probably starting to realise that about me. If they want to have trouble with me, they're going to be in a video. It is an awkward thing. Slightly. As I said, well, that's not going very well, is it? That one was splitting the wrong way. Oh. So the reason you know somebody's at it is you can just go by their past performances, I suppose, and then take it from there. They're not going to change, are they? Unlikely to change. Unlikely. Very. So a lot of problems are about control, about women trying to control everything. And that's what's happening. Controlling behaviour. So you have to, you have to cope with people. You can't. If you go, you've got to be prepared. If you're going to go into a mode where you're going to think it's cool to get on there and start emailing the council and everything,